Hello! I'm not Tony. It says I'm Tony, I'm not. Hello everyone. Tell me if music mic is too loud or too quiet. Anyway, let's get started. I hope everything is working fine. For those of you who never saw my streams before, my name is Alina, just like it says here. And oh, thanks a lot, Xabi and Twitch. And I'm streaming here like once in a month, not very often. And I character artist at Moon Studio. And yeah, I've been working in game development since forever, 10 plus years. Excellent, Roger, thank you. Hello everyone. Since I'm not often on Pixologic Live, so how my streams are usually working. I usually work on some long-term project like this one, this girl, and I've been working on her like past many streams, and so you can see this project in development, and yeah, and the second half is usually like speed sculpting, so we'll see how it goes today, like you never know. And like I'm gonna work a little bit, wait for people to tune in, and like I have some small announcement about this FCC online event next month, so like yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, and let's do something. That girl. Actually, I wanted to do like boobs censoring, but I have a fig leaf for this, but I'm not in this version. Okay, if I'm gonna be banned on YouTube for this, I hope not, but Program, привет. So yeah, basically it's bilingual stream that I can take questions and comments in Russian and English. But yeah, I will try. I usually try to speak English because like it's more for everyone. Yeah, but if you have trouble to send me a message, a question in English, you're more than welcome to do it in Russian or French. But I can't really answer you in French, but I still can read. Anyway, enough of nonsense. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on her hair today a little bit, and then probably gonna work on her stand, sort of her base. Yeah, and we'll see how long it's gonna take and where it's gonna take us. Yeah, so let's do some body painting. What I wanna do, I wanna make her hair, like give it a little bit of gradient and depth. And I have to be on the hair, come on. Thank you. Hey Orlando, yeah, every town right now is a ghost town. Yeah, it's recorded, it's usually in YouTube. After the stream is done, it's on YouTube forever. So all my mistakes on YouTube forever. Yeah, it's my own concept. I don't like. Oh, wait, guys, 1 second. Social media, of course. Give me just 1 second, so you can. Oof. See who I am, what I'm doing. Here we go. Instagram and ArtStation and YouTube. YouTube gonna be updated either next week or week after next week. Here we go, yeah. So let's do a little bit of polypaint. So I added some gradient and I want it to be like more bluish and darker in the end. So it's already gonna give it a little bit of depth. And maybe not so dark, but more bluish here on the face. And it's very subtle. And definitely on the bottom of a hair. That's gonna imitate like ambient occlusion. Gonna look nice. Just by the way, my art station is in the corner, so like, all the time. Something like that. Maybe I want to do a little bit of highlight. And then I like to polypaint using masking by cavity. How are we gonna do that? I'm gonna do that something like this. This is not enough. Come on. So I turning off polypaint because it's dark and the mask is super subtle, so you can see how it masked. So my drawing tablet is Cintiq. I'm using Cintiq. I mean, this is quite old model right now. It's like 27-inch. And it's obviously for big guys. Very expensive. You can buy a car. But like I'm like before I left by my last office work was Ubisoft. I just left last year, and I was working on Intuos like this size. And I still have my old tablet here, so sometimes I use it because this Cintiq is not very good for your back. So yeah, like people. Yeah, I mean, I'm not Tony. I'm sorry if you was waiting for Tony. Tony was there before. I think I had it quite often in the past. Like the for some reason the title of the stream is fucked up, but I think nobody is disappointed. Tony is his stream was I guess before mine, so his stream must be on YouTube. Don't get upset, people, just check it. Anyway, here's the masking, you can see. And I probably... I'm not quite sure. Should I go darker? Should I... Maybe, yeah, something like that. This is what I want, but I think blur is not enough. I think I want it to be even more blurry. I don't want to have this nasty artifacts. Anyway, now that's what I'm looking, and I'm gonna be painting in these cavities. And let's hide it. Let's bring back my Polypaint. I'm gonna be painting in dark and more bluish because it's just because it's fun. Because this is kind of cartoony style thing, and the worst thing you can do to your cartoony style sculpt drawing is to add gray shadows. It's like no, don't do that. Like. No, you obviously can do whatever, it's art and it's basically have no rules, but if you want to emphasize, like to give it like more Pixar, Disney kind of look, they oversaturating the shadows all the time in 3D and 2D. I overall just like this look more, so it's kind of a question of personal preference. Okay. So just giving it a little bit of depth. It don't do like tones, but it didn't like this again ambient occlusion thing a little bit all over the place. Let me check the chat. Yeah, Ori was like, Ori is a great project. Yeah. Thank you, is Palad. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names. Like, guys, I'm sorry if I'm butchering Western names. Still not there. It's difficult to make hair. No, I personally love to make hair. Like it's my favorite part. I think like most of my streams is I'm doing some kind of hair and flowy structure, but I know that not all the people love it. I think a lot of people struggle with doing hair, so it's kind of two types of people. For you to go. Ronnie, what is the most challenging thing for you to sculpt? Good question. Everything, like literally every sculpt is a struggle, and I just watched since I staying at home way more those days. I just watched the other great painter guy who's running his YouTube, and he's a traditional painter. He said like every painting is a challenge. She's great. Like she's like one of the best like painters out there. And he said like every painting is a challenge. And for me, it's the same thing. Every sculpting is a challenge. Even like high is easy, but like sometimes anatomy, sometimes like design is fucking I having hard time, still having hard time. I don't think of myself like as a great character designer. I'm working on improving this, but God, I'm slow, and yeah. I think if I would go outside of my comfort zone, because it's very comfort zone still, and like hard surface will be challenging, most challenging, but I never did it in my life, so who knows. It's like most of the project I was organic of all kind, or environments, and environments is a very different story. Anyway, I think this piece is left out. I need to probably make it darker, probably make it even darker in the end. No problem, Johnny. Thanks for asking. Like, this is the stuff I am thinking a lot about. Scaling on a thing. That what method did you use for scaling on a thing? Okay. So my method was good old drag react with a standard brush. Let me check if I still have this brush around. Must be, yeah, here we go. This old, as the method as old as ZBrush is. Let me show you super briefly on, for example, this place. So, yeah, am I good? Okay, no. So yeah, drag react. Okay. Here we go. That's all the ZBrush. I know it could be, it probably would be more efficient to do through like noisemaker, etc., etc. Like basically doing it by hand, I have more control, and this is what I want, because if you like look very, very close on this, you can notice that different parts of her tail have a different size of a texture. So this texture, like scale size, is smaller than this smaller than that, and I don't know if you can see it. It's really hard because it's really kind of dark, and yeah, and also direction. This is why drag react rules, but and also the other reason I didn't go, for example, for nanomesh, because nanomesh would give me a lot of texture, which is great at some points, but I'm just for design purposes, I decided I don't want this texture to be intense. I don't want a lot of noise in her tail. I want it to be kind of like one shape, sleek. Yeah, I think I answered these questions. Natasha, why I choose Ubisoft Evo? I was in Ubisoft Montreal. Well, I left because I was offered another job. That's it. I was offered to go with Moon Studios, and I did. But like Ubisoft Montreal, I only can say good things about it. I love all my teams. I was working with great guys. I'm missing them dearly, especially right now, because I can't just go and visit them like I'm used to. I'm used to at least go and have some lunches. My former coworkers, but not anymore. And if you will make underwater environment for mermaid, it's a very good question. Like George, I still wrestling with the question if I'm supposed to give this like absolutely super proper render with underwater kind of lighting, but it kind of will be like underwater-ish, because if you know underwater lighting killing the red, and this is what I don't want to do. But if I will try, it will require a lot of effort, and probably I use K-shot by default. Probably I should try like something else. This background, like even on ZBrush, this sculpt is not over, so she has this jellyfish. She's gonna have some more, and we're gonna work on the base today, I hope. if I stop talking too much today. Okay, and then is it difficult to find a work in the field of 3D sculpture? I never been a 3D sculptor. I never did it as a full-time job, so I can't tell you anything about it. I know right now it's a bit of struggle because games are doing fairly well in this situation. People who was doing miniatures, like, they kind of on hold right now. They never like, everything I'm doing on a stream is a personal project. I never like planning to take it further than like personal project. Maybe 3D printing, we'll see. But if it's gonna be 3D printing, it's not gonna be like mass production by any means. It just will be like for myself. And we went into aftersave. Anyway, let's do some work, okay? Actually, yeah, since I have this brush, why not to bring back some texture? And I will show you how I work on tail texture for real, not for like blah blah blah. So I think I have this some texture here, and I erase it for some reason. Probably I wasn't happy. Probably I did like change some design on that piece or something. I have no idea. The thing is, I've been working on it for a very long time, and I have a big stop in between September and basically March. I almost haven't touched this sculpt, and so I can't remember what I did and why I did stop. So I also like to put intensity down a tiny bit. Yeah, maybe. Is it good? Yeah, I think it's fine. Masking because yeah, like sometimes it might be a good idea to use some polypaint for at the same time when you're doing the texturing like that. Let's say I wanted to take it a little bit come on here because no, not this time. Anyway, I did polypainting in a different way. I did polypainting using mask by cavity again, so yeah, not have that. There is a little bit, I think, because I started to do polypaint and then I did some changes in the design and it's gone. You can still see here some remnants of it. So I wanted to add some red bleeding into the green area, if it makes any sense. Anyway, a tail. I wanted to add some more texture on this, and by adding texture I mean what? I mean to push a little bit existing chat. Александр, у кого? У нее или меня? Matthew, how do I stay motivated while working on personal project? I don't know. I'm gonna have hard time to answering these questions. I just I love what I'm doing. I do my personal projects after work, and I don't know. In the beginning, it's usually the sense that I want to try this. I want to push like myself to this direction. I want to try see how it will go, and etc etc. Because in the beginning, then you just like designing the character. It's like it's just sometimes I can't stop myself. I can just like finish and go to bed in time. Later, then it's kind of when you come to like doing details, it's kind of get boring because like the main artistic task is done. It's just now like a lot of sittings when you have to do like scale, polish details. Then it become really harder to like keep going. But maybe like for that reason there is some social networks, then you can post your work and people say like good things about it, and that actually helps to keep motivation going, keep it, make you want to finish it and like put the final piece out, which has rarely happened for me. Alexander, спасибо. Okay, stop saying all that nonsense. So I do use temp standard to add details. I got actually this really cool pack of brushes, Pablo's clay brushes, and I really like this one. I think everybody just loves this brush. I saw you last week using it on stream, and it actually works great. I'm gonna show you. Back face mask so it don't ruin the back side. Maybe it's too much still. Yeah, here we go. What I wanted to add is more details. Actually, this project started as very like supposed to be very cartoony, not much details, more design, more shapes design, and then I can't help myself and I push it into direction as a lot of details. But trying to keep this cartoony vibe still. I like this brush because it gives you like very pinchy kind of nice and sleek stroke. But Demian Standard gonna work as well. Like Demian Standard is bread and butter. So I'm talking about this one. This is the default. By default, and so this happens sometimes, like strokes didn't go all the way. The only way to push it is just to zoom in. I don't know what exactly the reason for this one. Just don't worry, just zoom even more. Don't forget to press R because I'm pushing out at this moment. So yeah, Dem Standard gonna work as well, and I use Dem Standard a lot. But basically everybody does. So and I like, and what I want to do with this things is also like I like this place here. I think the polypainting was really good on it. So I gonna use the same technique kind of on that side. Question in Russian, so I'm gonna answer in Russian. Что не хватает в этом проекте? В этом проекте на самом деле не хватает закончить базу. В основном по мелочам пройтись. Хвост, все закончить. Эта медуза меня раздражает тоже. Но у нее будет больше... Во-первых, сейчас будет база. Сейчас немножко еще поработаем над базой. И у меня есть большое желание добавить, во-первых, больше живности на задник, например, рыбки. И, может быть, еще одну медузу скопирую. Она не закончена, она что-то уродливая такая, торчит здесь, бесит меня. Что не поделаешь. So like, yeah, this kind of supposed to imitate subsurface scattering. So when the thing is like very thin, and it's kind of, sometimes you can see when the light is go through the flash and it gives it is not. I might not even have a light going through in the final render, but it's always kind of nice artistic thing to add, like subsurface scattering where it's not supposed to be. Like you will see a lot of guys who do cartoony style, even like lowish, like basically everyone out there, they do this fake subsurface scattering everywhere. And I'm gonna make a small announcement about upcoming events just tiny bit later. Just wait for this. And I didn't like this kind of lines, so I want this green in the end have at the end have more shape, sort of. Maybe, yeah. Maybe the ZBrush can work. Hello, Jane. Okay. Okay, I think this is gonna be a good place to add a little bit of color. Look kind of nice, giving it a nice accent here, and a little bit of green. Sleepy Monk. Actually, yeah, I missed your question. Missed your comment. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Is it someone who I know? Because I was doing the same sculpt like FCC. Like it's a 1 year old. I was doing this for FCC lecture, and I was like, I explained what is that. Yeah, it's a prince. It's like I don't know what she did to him. Probably 8. Kind of nice horror twist in this. Anyway. Same story here. Yeah, it's kinda gonna work. And I'm gonna go over the hotel, but some places in hotel still have no texture. So basically, yeah, I think the reason for that is, as I said before, I did redo a lot of hotel at some point, and yeah, it's like the texture. There was a texture, but it's gone for now. Okay. Not quite sure. Anyway. Yeah, you can see this tail is basically it's also go inside the rock, which is not how it's supposed to be. So how about I go in glorious and I have to push it out and save every 15 minutes. basically what I want these surfaces to touch each other, but I obviously don't want them to cross. Like this physical like touches are really good artistic wise. You probably no one will ever gonna see that because it's a back of a sculpture, and probably in the final render I'm just gonna use like this. But I just enjoy working on the small details. Even I'm pretty sure nobody gonna see it and care about it. And this is a fun part. I need to go higher. Ooh, too much. Let's go. And some pinch. Oops, not this brush. Not this brush actually, neither. And I need this move. Move with Aqua Curve. Here we go. All this. No, nada. Заниматься самообразованием. Да. Честно говоря, такой английский, который преподавали мне в школе, можно было выбросить на помойку сразу. Kendrill, thank you. Thank you for just for saying nice things about this. Anyway, I think like let me save every 15 minutes. I wanted to make an announcement, and I wanted to make it in the beginning of the stream, but right now it's already somewhere, not in the middle, but not exactly the start. Anyway, so what this logo on my screen means, it means if you can see it, IFCC Online is coming. IFCC is festival devoted to digital art. I usually held in Croatia. It's more like 2D oriented, I would say, but it usually have a lot of great 3D artists as well. So this year they obviously went online, and it's gonna happen from May 25 to May 30th. And let me share their website so you guys can see the lineup. And lineup is really great. Oops, what's going on here? Let me give me a second. So this is lineup. You can go to fccroatia.com, and there is like over 60, I think, right now, great artists. And some of them gonna be doing pre-recorded sessions. I'm gonna be streaming, so I'm gonna be streaming for them as well. Next month, somewhere between May 21st, 25 and 30th. So please kind of look at it. I think streaming part's gonna be available for everyone. I don't know about pre-recorded videos, but it's definitely something not to miss, because there is plenty of stuff, a lot of great artists, 2D, 3D, like a lot of my friends. So yeah, like please take a look at it. I also have this. This is my promo art for this event. So take a look at this. I'm gonna skip Pixologic stream next month, and I'm gonna be streaming for FCC. You should enter Supercell 3D modeling tournament. No, I shouldn't. No. The title of stream is wrong. Yes, I'm not Tony, but my name is on the bottom of the screen. I'm not gonna do any challenges, any 3D, 2D challenges anywhere soon, because I just don't have time. But people, I can only highly recommend that for everybody to do challenges. It means because you're time restricted, usually it's a very disciplining. It's pushy discipline. Anyway, I think I missed some. Kendria, where do I live? I live in Montreal, Canada. Originally I'm from Russia, Moscow, but I've been living here for soon 8 years, and yeah, I'm Canadian at the moment. This country adopted me. Awesome! Anyway, yeah, so please check FCC. Gonna be blast. I'm gonna work next month to prepare some nice stream to have more script than I usually do for Pixologic Clip. And actually, very important thing is, guys, I'm like, if you want to ask the questions that like today, but probably like you want small demo, you want more elaborate answer, etc., just drop your questions on my ArtStation, for example, in DM. If you don't have ArtStation, you can find my email in section about, or at my social media. Although I think at social media I do not receive DM from people who are not my friends, so ArtStation and email is a better way to communicate. So ask me questions and then come pop up to FCC stream, and I will be answering your questions. Even more, the best question I received before or during the stream, I'm gonna give you a small gift. I'm gonna send you a small pack of stickers with my art. Do I have anything here? No, I don't. But yeah, I printed some stickers and some postcards. So tune in. It's super event. I'm gonna be a super event. Whew. Okay, good. So about the base. So basically I want to add some, like, they're gonna be probably some seaweed in the bottom, but I also want to drop some bones. So then she found this skull. Presumably there is a bones in the bottom, and this is what I want to add. So to do that, I'm gonna use like very simple shortcut. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go in the tools. I'm gonna pick up that guy. It's actually girl. Anyway, let's pick up this girl. Let's pick up her skeleton. Here. Come on. And what I'm gonna do is, after groups, I need the ribcage. Come on. I'm gonna need rib cage, and I think I wanna like maybe her arm. Because I'm totally wrong, it's a female skeleton. The guy is presumably was a guy, but who cares? And this is like it's base, so I should quit masking. Okay, here we go. I need a hand, and I will take this. Kind of, why not? Can I take this? Can I borrow? Can I borrow a bone? So now I'm gonna change that. And we're gonna do pen. It's now on the bottom. So there is a small problem with the size. I know about it, and don't ask me how I find it out. But so basically, it's here, but you can't see it. Oops! Holy moly! Come on, please. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Here's a guy. A girl. Well, gonna be a guy from now on. And they're gonna give it like bony color. Here we go. Yeah, and now we're just gonna drop it on the bottom. And to drop it on the bottom, I want to split it in a separate subtools again. Let's hide it for now. I just don't want it to mess around. So, yeah, just... Why rib cage? I don't know. I think rib cage is like something you can identify with a skeleton very quickly. So that's why it's like recognizable. And I just like how it looks like. And let's place it somewhere in the back. And let's do this. So, like that. Very sad story here. And I dare to say rotate it a tiny bit. Yeah, why not? Technically the size should be smaller because yeah, something. The nick I couldn't read because it's in blue and it's on a blue restream background. It takes one. Yeah, it's easy, and the reason is technically, of course, I can do it myself, but it's gonna take time, and this is just basically the base, the props around the sculpt. So it's there. Why not use it? If it would be like, if it would be full of the character, I would do it myself from the scratch, just for the sake of having fun with it. Did I do this sculpt from scratch? I don't remember, but like you can see, it's kind of, it's a sculpt. It's a full skull sculpted, etc, etc. This is what I need. Also, it's very low res, which I also need. So still like an artist, basically. What's that? What I try to say. And then I'm gonna hide some of those bones. I wanted to bring clavicle here and I didn't. And right now I'm just too lazy. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna create another. If I don't have clavicle, then just let's delete hidden. Because I want this small parts and pieces like lying around also. Like I gonna scatter more stones and I want to scatter more of those. And just because it's nice, some visual noise. And I need the floor because I don't see a heck. And now I feel like it's too far, it's hiding. It's fine, but why not? And when I'm gonna do is like just gonna use Sculptris Pro mod. And do I want let me see. Big question. So basically this is too much detail, this is too much of visual noise still in a ribcage. So I probably gonna delete. How I decided what is too much noise and what is enough noise is basically my intuition, gut feeling. Don't kind of have scientific approach to that, but it's worked for me before, and yeah, why not? Yeah, I think it's enough. And I think I can just delete the stuff that I just hide, and I think I'm gonna go and basically erase some of those. Because I can. And I will. So here we go. I think I can actually chop some more. Maybe this one. Come on. And just like, yeah. So you know, like when the bones was in the sear bed for some time, it just, you know, I get dismantled. They are no longer together. And because of the water, yeah, it's falling apart, wavering. Okay, enough. Enough is enough. Okay, good. Just let's add some leg and hand. Oh, I know. Hey, come on. I'm wrong subtle. What I'm gonna do with hand? I'm gonna actually do the same with the fingers. Like I will tear them apart, but later, not on this stream, because it's gonna be pretty boring process, and you guys gonna lose motivation to watch this. Let's just like place those things. They actually have to be smaller. It's like one can be bigger, but anyway, because I took it from female. Anyway, it's kind of its props. It's don't have to be perfectly anatomical. Форкам. Что значит тема трансляции? Как работать без концепта и выжить примерно. Все мои скульпты сделаны по оригинальному концепту, то есть без концепта. Как-то так. Потому что я часто говорю о том, какие решения принимаю по дизайну персонажа. В данном случае, например, дизайн вот этой штуки внизу. I wanna rotate this because I just don't like how it touch the ground, which is non-existing ground, which is fine. I'm gonna add more stones. I'm gonna add maybe some seaweed and some fish on background, etc., etc. But for now, it's kind of a good start. Alexander Kostюченko. Hi. Thank you. Okay. So I've been for 1 hour, and I'm wondering if we wanna do like a small tiny break, and I wonder if you guys want me to see me doing speed sculpting, or we keep doing this thing. Because I can do everything. And I'm a little bit of low on energy today, so I'm just not sure if I want to. If I'd be able to do good speed sculpt. It's kind of, I don't know. You can add some polypaint. Basically, then if it was lying on the ground for some times, it's of course gonna get some dirt, some cavity. So why not? Nice. Go. Teresa, hey, yeah, like, let's do this. I will just drop some polypaint. I'm gonna take like maybe 5 minutes off and then I will come back and do some speed sculpt. Let's see how to go. Seriously, it's really stressful every time. Every time it's done stressful. So yeah, things like that. Props are important. The environment, the that you put your characters actually can say a lot about your character. Okay, let me save this. What idea I did have? I have an idea for speed sculpt, but yeah, let's see. Actually, let me drop some social. Here we go. Go check this and let me actually get some. Something on my screen, and yeah, let's like give me a very short break, guys. I gonna like put screensaver and I gonna be back like in 5 minutes and we're gonna jump right into this. The question is, how did you make this basic shape so tile? No, I did use Dynamesh. Usually use Dynamesh for those kind of things, or sculptors. Okay, small break. Okay, everybody stay in, don't go away. And I actually can even therefore I can drop my Dafukanzen, sorry for butchering your name, but nickname. If I can find, I will probably find you the first stage with Mermaid. There's probably somewhere on my hard drive to show how it looks in the very beginning, and they will try to do speed sculpting. Yo! Good, great. Speak soon. Hello, hello! Gosh, I really want coffee. I have one this morning, so I shouldn't like. Okay, I wanted to show how this thing started. So let me, because people are asking how I was working on hotel. We'll see how far I can go back, because not much. I've been rearranging my hard drives, and basically I'm really care about the later stage of Sculpt. Sometimes I don't really care much about how. Yes, it's broken. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, at least. Jesus, my cat is sneezing. It's so weird. Okay. So yeah, this is how it started. I think this is still Dynamesh. We can investigate into, yeah, it's a Dynamesh. Because if it would be Sculptris, it's gonna look like more triangles here, and there's like, for example, this stone. Basically, you haven't changed, so you can see a lot of triangles because it was Sculptris. I guess I might be wrong. Anyway, whatever. I'm not very technical guy. Sadly. Anyway, yeah, it's how she started. And you see proportions has changed, her tail has changed a lot. Her tail was changing, like, oops, that lady, yeah. Quite a lot actually, because I wasn't satisfied with it. Thank you. Okay, I'm really procrastinating because I don't want to go in a speed sculpt. So I want to go in a speed sculpt, but in the same time I don't want to go in a speed sculpt. And I'm gonna do very weird thing today. We'll see how it will go today, because I'm gonna start not with a sphere. I'm gonna start with a cube. Let's see how it goes. We need this, and we need symmetry. Can you hear that? So my cat is sneezing like crazy, and I don't know what it is. He never did it before. Good boy. If it continue like for next week, I have to take him to the vet, and it's kind of fucking crazy those times. Hello. You see what I'm talking about? My cat? Somewhere in the back? No, I can't see. Anyway. What I think I'm doing is to do not like sculpting from a sphere like we normally do, like a sculpting from a cube, and see how it all goes. We did, I think it was called Michelangelo Challenge in ZBrush Summit 2018, and there was a lot of fun. We were sculpting from E-Cube. And of course, I wanted to push even more back. Oh, I wonder how it will go if I will not be pushing out, but I will be pushing in more. To see how would like traditional sculptors would do with a marble, for example. Okay, so question in Russian. Could I answer in Russian? Сколько удобнее работать в браше с экраном? Не настолько одинаково. Я уже говорила раньше, что, например, в Ubisoft я работала на маленьком интусе, вот на этом такого размера. Опять. Кстати, убитым, что меня поразило больше всего, что когда я его получила, кто-то до меня его убил, хотя убить интуз это прям надо, короче, очень постараться. Не знаю, кто-то очень старался. У меня была возможность, можно всегда в Ubisoft попросить интуз. Я этого не делала, потому что, в принципе, интуз можно было попросить синтик. Я этого не делала, потому что значит, проблемы с глазами или проблемы с спиной. Надо выбрать что-то одно. Проблемы с интусом — это мои проблемы с глазами. Проблемы с синтиком — это мои проблемы со спиной. Поэтому, если работается отлично на обычном планшете, это не интус, там, может быть, не знаю, SPPN, не знаю, кто. Я просто других не пробовала. Супер, работайте. простое дело. Я скорее себя считала всегда типа интуз человеком и всяким таблет человеком, и переходить на синтик было вообще-то непросто. Меня, кстати, до сих пор бесит, потому что у меня с тачем, потому что мне тяжело тянуться до клавиатуры, значит, я должна печатать на синтике, и этот тач отваливается просто прям, короче, с регулярностью. Они чуть-чуть это починили, но не на 100%. Ладно, заткнулась. Короче, Intuos, только если у вас очень-очень много денег, и по какому причине вы решили их вложить в Intuos. Я скажу, что я сейчас привыкла больше. Ой, да, синтекс, сори. Я к нему привыкла. Стокгольмский синдром. Jane, super classy. Thank you for excellent passive-aggressive advice. For some reason, I'm here with my terrible accent. So, and for some reason, you're on the other side listening to that. Probably because I did something, probably achieved something that is more important with my accent, okay? Just friendly reminder, I have a moderator rights in any chat, so any offensive comments gonna be deleted. I understand, quarantine is hard. Like, I got like tons of very weird messages in my day and like past month. That's okay, guys. We're gonna get over. Сергей, спасибо. Sorry, it's gonna be in Russian. Много лет. У меня была художка и институт, поэтому художественный, поэтому много. Okay, the idea for this that girl gonna be something like sea themed, but we'll see. So let's probably
Сергей, не знаю, что за какая-то артельная модель. Hard Surface? Нет. Ну, у меня классическая академическая школа художественная. Там было немножко скульптуры, там было много-много рисования. И потом я же сама училась компьютерной графике, самоучка. И начинала я как texture artist, и, наверное, правильнее было бы сказать, что скульптинг в целом. То есть hard surface как-то я все-таки пропустила. Anyway, this is a time I should go out of symmetry because I'm gonna block the hair, mass of hair, and this is the case where I don't need symmetry anymore. Let's do something like that. Let's do her back. Not gonna work. Okay. And so yes, I did. I just was talking in Russian about how I started with like classical academic art education, and after that I just started to study computer graphics. But I must admit, my sculpting classes in university was I skipped a lot of them. I wasn't good. Like I spent way more time on drawing classes than on sculpting classes. I'm not proud of that. Like right now I would be like, hey, after masking, okay. That's fun. Basically this I want them to be lower than that. Let's save. Save every 15 minutes. If I can give you one advice, it will be save every 15 minutes, because never rely on after-save. Things can go horribly wrong. Also save in multiple files, and preferably on the cloud, so you can
can access the old version if you like for some reason fucked up something. You can roll back. I'm procrastinating. I don't want to touch her face, but I have to. And at some point. The idea will be to do this hair like sea waves, like water. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. Hey. Okay. What is the use of layer? I don't use them, guys. I'm sorry. You can use it. Will be approximately like Photoshop layers. For me, it's kind of overcomplicating things. Again, I said it before. I'm not a technical person, and I just basically Dynamere sculptors and subdivides as my main tools. For the technical things, there is Joseph and Paul, and they are brilliant. They are streaming there like I don't know if it's daily right now or at least weekly for sure. Okay, yeah. Gosh, I need to touch her face, and it's so scary. Even I like this is definitely my comfort zone. It's like every time it's a struggle, a little bit. But struggle because like it's so easy to fuck up. Cause, well, I believe it was fun, but like I wasn't a very good student, unfortunately. A lot of self-loathing right now. Regrets. Do you got any free ZBrush CDKs now? Sorry. No, it's a very different things. Like you can sculpting with concept, without concept is meaning I'm designing on the fly. So I don't have neither idea, like neither strong idea what I'm doing. I'm just like trying things, trying to design on the fly, and I don't have pre-existing concept, obviously. This is that simple. References must. Whatever you're doing, even if you like doing the head and you did this head like 1,000 times, better to have references. I do usually have references in front of me. You can't see them now, but I do have Puref on my side with anatomy and stuff. Must, because like don't rely on your memory, and like there is few people who can, but they are like world-class artists.
I can sculpt the face without reference, yeah, to be honest. This I can, but I still prefer to kind of have to check myself. No, then this thing I don't like is can you go in direction upon? Well, I'm not quite, to be honest, I'm not quite get the question. So yeah, I'm taking these decisions on the fly. Sometimes they're good, sometimes like not. This is the risk of like doing speed sculpting on the streams. Sometimes I feel completely fucked up, and that's okay too. Okay, so off the symmetry. One thing that I would love to do is to give this kind of movement. This kind of movement. And we need fix on the neck. Oh. Ay. Sometimes it's hard to remember, so your faces still have to be in a symmetry for quite a long time, and obviously actually I need to change the shader. Here we go. It's not good. Why matcap gray? Because you can see actually what I'm doing better. Skin shade is better for the later process, later progress. Okay, question in Russian. Делаю текстуры для своих работ. Я, когда работаю для работы, я делаю полный цикл. От скульптинга до выгрузки в движок. Включая текстуры. Да. Разделяю иногда эти, как бы, не знаю, фронты работ действительно разделяют. Иногда для кино. Ubisoft любит это делать. Как раз в Ubisoft я сидела скорее на стороне текстуринга. Но со мной не случалось и делать наоборот. Со мной не случалось никому передавать что-то на текстуринг. Это не бывало такого. Like this thing. Obviously, it shouldn't be like that. Alina, do you have a Twitch channel? No, I don't. I'm streaming exclusively for Pixologic. I'm too lazy, but I have a YouTube and I'm gonna be updating it. Like, can't promise very often, but I have something. I have some material I'm gonna upload like next week or week after next week. So, soonish. Something I don't like about her eyes. Окей. Да, я рисую Sculptris Pro Mod. И я люблю скетчить Sculptris Pro Mod. Потому что самый лучший способ для того, чтобы набросать и набросить. Pretty faces. Basically, this is very stylized, kind of. Something like a clay sculpt. Although clay, like traditional clay, will obviously go from like adding instead of like craving inside, you know. So I don't know. Weird mix of techniques. But I like Sculptris Pro because it gives like this kind of clay-like texture. Because it's basically triangles, it gives like this nice, almost random noise. Okay, so let's take a knife. Oh no, I'm not. Symmetry. Second part. Вторая часть вопроса, который я проигнорировала случайно. Использую я динамеш вообще? Да, конечно, использую, да. Динамеш отличная штука, просто не на... не для скетча, потому что все время приходится репроджектить детали. Sculptris Mod, он как раз... быстрых набросков. Yeah, one thing I don't like about it is this movement. How about time is it? Okay.
don't like this. So let's get rid of that completely. Вопрос на русском. Произвольно, причем я уже потеряла всякую идею. Ну ладно. Идея заключалась в том, что я хочу сделать какую-то очередную морскую принцессу. Сейчас я ей дам корону. Но пока. Anyway, what I want to do is this. So I feel like I need more volume, so I will push this part, trying to be very careful here. So like more Art Nouveau kind of Muha style hair, which is very in my comfort zone. It's voluminous hair that goes in front. However, here we go. So my reference library is polluted by Art Nouveau. Okay, funny to sculpt hair. Yes, absolutely. So it's best. And how do I work with small piece of hair? I obviously use curve tube. And doing this, and then doing it small, and then oh, sorry. This is not how it's supposed to be. And then, for example, for this particular thing, for example, I'm not even gonna change the size of the tube, because technically for very thin strand, it should be thin on the end. But let's say I'm satisfied with it, because this is way too early for this sculpt particular to make it like to add like tiny details. It's not in that stage, but imagine, like, you can use your imagination. Oh, yeah. And then the thing that I don't like about Sculptris Pro, and that basically, even if you, it's kind of one mesh. It's not exactly one mesh. You can see it's a line separate, and if I erase, it's like acting like two surfaces. There is a way around that, and I will show you in a second. Let's say something like this. Ta-da! Epic hair. And yeah, let's move. Remesh. Remesh by union. And then voila, it's now one mesh. And I do this trick like basically every stream because what I often don't like about digital sculpting that it has this digital kind of lines, and you can see one mesh interacting with another mesh. That gives this very particular like digital kind of feeling, which I don't like. That's a question of personal preferences. Oh, that's. So my idea was actually to add her, to give her some crown, like let's say it's like an sea goddess, whatever, she can like, gonna have a crown, very Art Nouveau like kind of stuff. Here we go. Oof, it's on. Oh, delete. Okay. Not bad. Here we go. Come on. Super easy. Wait a second. Okay. Jesus. Jesus. And then now I can see that some hair can actually move away. Can be moved away. Yes, it's is it still shows like I'm Tony? Okay, I'm not Tony. I think everybody can see that. It's not the first time it's happening. I don't know, it's probably some mistakes on Twitch, on Restream. Honestly, don't care that much. And it's Sunday, so people like Pixology guys are all off, having day off. Okay, time to save. Let's give it a second wave for this particular hair part. Part. I still don't like this face. It's nice, it just not to my liking. Maybe missing some volume. Then, do you have any tips and tricks for the leaves? So I'm sculpting them. You can always go back. Gonna be on YouTube forever. So I don't do anything special. I'm just pulling and pushing. What is important to place your lips in the right place is to be able to build like a nice face shape and build this triangle, because the most mistakes I usually see of people sculpting faces, which I am trying to ruin right now. Basically, this shape between cheekbones and down to chin. That's what I didn't like about her lips right now. It didn't have this time, and obviously it's very stylized, because like in real life, what do we have? We do have a little bit of like this nasal folds, but on the female face, especially on stylized female face, it doesn't look good, so I just ignoring them. But I like to add a little bit of volume, because we do have a little bit of volume. This is how a muscle working on the bottom. Oops, breaking things. I like breaking things. And very important, like place there the bottom lip is going into the chin. I want to give her some expression. I want to lower this brow a little bit. Oh, shit, I forgot I turned off the symmetry, which is on. Well, not wrong, but like for this particular stage, it's a bit early. Missed some chat. Tyron, thank you. Did you have lips? Oh yes, I did. Thanks again. Snarrow 93. I didn't know you worked on it. Yes, I did. But didn't do a lot of modeling there. No problem. I mean, lips are difficult. Like, yeah. Anatomy, face anatomy is difficult, as I said before. I keep saying the same things. Face anatomy is difficult because once you fucked up one thing, you kind of fucking up the whole thing, whole look of it. And there is very different approaches. Like one approach for stylized face, another approach for realistic face, and different approach for male and female faces. Like if you're working on a beautiful female face, keep symmetry as long as you can, because it's what people find beautiful, symmetrical face. Not completely symmetrical, but like there's no such thing in real world, but it's like basic fact of kind of common psyche will like symmetrical faces. More symmetrical is more pretty. But if you're working on a male, and if you're working on, like, let's say like evil character, taking it out of symmetry early as possible is a good thing. Like, look at works that James Cain did for Dishonored kind of stuff, all kind of stuff he doing, like when he do sculpting bad guys, they face are deformed and this deformation is not symmetrical. It's very interesting. I mean, the whole idea of like being a character artist to work with faces. Going into after save like second time in what, 5 minutes? I hate this and it doesn't look very good right now. Oh, okay, save, let's save. I should just go. The reason I have to save. Click save. Like 45 minutes. Because actually after save is a moment and it's crashing often, then ZBrush is crashing way too often, so I don't like them. Make me really nervous. Then it's running into after save. Anyway, I think it might be a good time for us to add some actualize, and for this I'm gonna yes, no, maybe probably need more expression. Oof. This no doesn't work. Also, I think I might kind of fucked up with this placing. Nice. So what people usually do in clay marble sculpture, they don't insert eyeballs with what usually digital artists do, which is fine too, but just because I'm imitating like clay something, marble something sculpture, so I just like I carve into and I push in and out, so they give this like very simple like what it is, piece of clay, I don't know, very simple detail, but just symbolize here is the eyeball and it looking this direction. Go check any of Radin clay sculpture, you will find this very kind of basically the small piece of clay that go inside the eye socket, and you can actually see the gaze where the I don't know, the portrait looking. I think it's kind of amazing. This is why I love traditional sculpture. It's sometimes you can go to a museum and go very close, and it's far from anatomical. It just like go up. Sometimes it's a little bit off, but it's because you come into museum and usually look at this like from certain height, and everything that can help the shadows and the light work on the sculpture, everything will be used. So this is not anatomical, right, by any means. It's just like sign. Here's the eyes. She's looking in that direction, and yeah. And I do it actually fairly often. Then I do sketching. Then I do final piece. Obviously, it's an eyeballs, etc. thing. But then I just do like freehand sketching. I still don't like this face for many reasons. Like I think it's not pretty enough in my understanding, but whatever. Whatever we can get in like 1 hour chatting and having a fun time. At least I hope you guys have some. But what I don't like right now, I think the eyes is way too big. And this is okay if I'm kind of working on stylized stuff, but still can. Hey, not good. No way. Oof. Sorry, another attempt. I'm probably gonna choose mask right then. So I know what happened is I masked the area on her back, which I don't need. Now, please. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. I think good. Anyway, let's go do something else. Once in a while. I wanted to give her some almost Tudor-like color, but I don't know now if it's this composition is good enough for this. In this case, I need to take. like that. Okay. Here we go. And her crown and this sort of very puffy fringe, Gibson girl like fringe. Should go a little bit lower. Oh, this is good, man. I like it. Kinda happy accident. have difficulties with place. Can't get it right for some reason. Can't get it to my liking at this moment. Something like that, maybe. Do you ever use photographs or painting a stencil? I have no idea what it is. Probably a little bit heavy. Yes, but I kind of liking it. It's kind of making it a little bit less conventional beauty, which is fine. Like for female face, usually you will try to put the brows higher, which is kind of a beauty standard. It should also have an expression. It's like a little bit of androgen right now, which is kind of good. This is exactly what I like in. I did plenty of pretty faces in my life, kind of. Background picture, no, almost never. Only one way of using it for work, like especially for the moon now, they are really picky that concept. The sculpt should follow the concept like 100%. That's why I would put like my reference in the back, and then like I would match it like 100% almost. Also, this place is not very good. Yeah, I should stop because first we're gonna be running out of time, and I want to do a lot of other stuff that I haven't even tackled yet, and I was ambitious enough to think about polypainting, but probably I would not have time to do that. What do I do with this thing? However, it's kind of extreme. How about giving this the crown, and I want to add some jewelry, which I'm not sure anymore. Oof. Go take this knife, cut some shapes. There we are. Should be in symmetry. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I should wrap it up. So this thing, for some reason. Sorry, don't pay attention to the chat right now. Will be there in a few minutes. Kind of tiara. Let's add even more stuff on this tiara. Let's save it. Check the chat. Some people have quarantine really hard on them. Okay. Oops. Pierre Charles, hey! So yeah, for this crown diadem, whatever it is, I had some ideas. So I want to make a new, oops, let me do this fairly quick. Submesh, new, and then check the check working curve mode, probably come back, something like less steps, and here size, just small tiny bit variation on the size. Okay, boom. No, not that. I did it yesterday and it was working. Intensity, yes, it was okay, but not the size. Getting tired. Anyway, so let's imagine she has some jewels in the ground and oof, it looks like that. No, it's too big. It's 34. Here it goes. brush depth, I would prefer it to be slightly lower. Then go to the move brush, place it like more organically, if there is a word, like that. And then the thing that I would do is now I'm gonna go remesh it by union, and do this. So I don't have this like digital looking stuff. I don't have this like artificial lines. I hate, seriously. So more like one piece, more like clay sculpture. And then from this, bring back some details that are missing. And for example, why not make this tip kind of, and usually what you will have in the pearls, they are different size if they are not artificially done, artificially made, sorry, things like that. And then bring back some details on the ground. You need to have it solo. So why not? Oh, okay. Isti, thank you. Same thing. Probably this is too much, but anyway. Okay. Same thing for her color. Let's imagine she has some jewelry, like Art Nouveau kind of style. It will be the same procedure. Oof. Probably. Do we have symmetry? No. Yes, but I need it. Same thing, basically the same thing. Probably the size gonna be different, because why not? Oof. Give me this brush. And then the same. Okay, oof, by union. Yeah, it did work. Which is perfect. So things like that. And then I would just go and do more details. I would work on her hair, because obviously hair need more attention than this. Do we have rake? Yes, we do. So basically I would use rake. This is something I didn't have time today, but some, just to bring some texture, to bring like some noise. Well-controlled noise. This is the thing we're looking for. Okay, I think I'm done for today. Again, announcement for the future. So here's a logo for FCC Online. So for those of you who never heard about it, it is festival for digital artists. It usually takes place in Croatia. And this year I'm gonna participate with a stream. Like basically it's have to go online this year. So I'm gonna be streaming. Let me get to my second screen and show you some promo. This one. So the time and the date gonna be announced later. You can go check fccroatia.com, and lineup is amazing. Again, let me share our lineup with you. Gonna be really so it's both 2D and 3D, and people like make a note on your calendar, then go check it because it's gonna be blast. And I'm gonna be streaming, and for this stream I'm gonna collect some questions. So if you have questions that you haven't answered, that I haven't answered today, you haven't asked, please send me your question via email or via ArtStation, via Facebook or Instagram. Although Facebook and Instagram is harder because I don't receive messages from people not on my list. So the easiest way is email and ArtStation. It's easy. So any kind of questions like about video game industry, about how to some questions on how to do things in ZBrush, obviously. Some questions art-wise, design-wise, whatever. And so I would have at least some script, so it would be like today, like free flow. The last question here is what I used for perils. I created a brush. I took a sphere. Let me very quickly. Oof. It's me. So yes, you just take in a sphere and then you just create insert mesh, and then you just go and add curve functions into this, and you have your barrels. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you for being with me. Hope you all stay safe and well, and go check FCC and go check our streams for FCC. We're gonna be a lot of great artists there. Thanks again. Bye bye. Oops, let me get my script.